Guys, I just wanted to reach out to you tonight and give you a quick video and really let you know how proud I am of the way we conducted math classes today, both morning and afternoon. The morning session had Mr. Shack in with us, helping us out, helping us co-teach, helping us work with some inquiry-based problems and some inquiry-based learning. Mr. Shack and I have been talking a little bit about it after school here, and we both are so impressed with how you handled it. Not kidding. One of the hardest questions that we have ever given to a group of 6th grade students before, and you all handled it like champions. Just to go over a couple of highlights, if you remember, and I know you do, we were working with an inquiry-based problem, working on inquiry-based learning, which really is what you guys did today. You were investigative, you asked questions. Some of the things that I was most proud of that I saw is that there were a lot of different ways in which each one of the small groups decided that they wanted to try to tackle the problem. I saw multiplication, I saw division, Mr. Shack and I saw subtraction. Some of you chose to draw it out in tables and model it that way. Some of you also even tried your hand at tape diagrams that we've recently learned. And just awesome the different ways that you guys tried to think through the process of a really, really hard question like today's question. One thing that I did want to go ahead and do is remind you that there are multiple ways that someone could have come up with this answer. And we went over a little bit of that in class. What I thought I would do is show you a way that I thought about this, which a couple of you were on the same track that I was. Doesn't make it right, doesn't make it wrong. And one of the most important things that we're going to remember, especially as we go through 6th grade here, it is not about solving these problems the fastest or the quickest. That doesn't make us good at math. What makes us good at math is the process of learning and the process of understanding and working with our group members and truly understanding how to come up with answers in multiple ways. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you how I came up with the problem, and I'm going to encourage you to pause the video as soon as you see it. I want you to take your time. There's a lot of information on it, and I want you to just kind of look at it, and then we can unpause the video and I'll kind of talk you through it. Okay, here we go. So I want you to go ahead and pause the video now and just take a look at my thought process on how to solve this woodlot problem with the maple and oak trees. Okay, hopefully you've unpaused the video now. Let's talk about my two tables that I drew here. I started out with the ratio of 9 maples to 5 oak trees, and I decided to carry those equivalent ratios out towards the right. But I'll be honest with you, I wasn't really sure how far I needed to go with that. So I think I went out 7 or 8, maybe 9 times, and then I kind of stopped. I wasn't sure how far to go with it. Then I looked back at the question after reading it at least 8 times, and I started making the table at the bottom, which was after the bug problem when they replanted all those trees. That was a 3:11 ratio from maple trees to oak trees. And I started carrying those equivalent ratios out over to the right. And one really important piece of information that I did know from the problem is that at the end, there were 132 oak trees. So I carried my table out all the way until I got to a total of 132 oak trees, which just happened to be 36 maple trees with that equivalent ratio. I then totaled those two numbers, 36 plus 132, and I came up to a total of 168. That told me how far I needed to carry my table out at the top of my page. I kept on going with the equivalent ratios, and I ended up with 108 maples, 60 oak trees, which when I added those two numbers together, I also came up with 168. So then I was comparing the same things before and after the bug problem. The problem wanted me to then take another step, and it wanted me to say the difference in maple trees from before the bug problem and after the bug problem. And I know that the word difference means that I need to subtract. So I took 108 maple trees from the top, subtracted the 36 maple trees from the bottom, and ended up with a difference of 72 maple trees from before versus after the bug problem. Guys, I can't wait to get you in class tomorrow. Remember, our school motto is hashtag be better than you were yesterday. It's going to take a lot of effort because you guys were amazing today. I'd like to shorten that, and I just hashtag beat yesterday. We're all going to try it, and there's going to be a couple more problems as we learn how to write equivalent ratios and use tables and use different ways of doing that. Can't wait to get started. See you soon.